Okay. So let's take one more deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're just going to do that every once in a while because we're going through a lot. So now let's go back to when I was talking about the Schumann Resonance. I think most of you, empaths, starseeds, HSPs, have been feeling that, and like I said, maybe you never felt it before. If you felt, dizzy, emotional, overstimulated, or like your energy is just sort of in overdrive, that is perfectly normal, I'm sorry to say. Like I said, you're growing stronger, you're more attuned, which means you're feeling everything more intensely. But I think the message that was coming from me for Sunday service for you guys is you can use your sensitivity as a signal, not like a life sentence. Pay attention to what your energy is trying to tell you. You're not too sensitive, you're evolving. So along with all the energy waves we've been through, right? It's all we've been talking about for like the last 2 years or so. Energy wave, this energy wave, that energy wave. Along with that, like I said, we've got the Earth's frequency, the Schumann Resonance. That's been spiking. So think of that like it's like the planet's heartbeat, and when it speeds up, excuse me, everything living on Earth feels it, whether they recognize it or not. And now, like I said, that you're getting more sensitive, you're physically feeling it. You've probably noticed your gifts are getting louder this year. You're feeling more, you're sensing more, you're knowing things before they happen. And again, probably noticing the electronics problems I'm always talking about. Things are just glitching around you, particularly if you hold something too long. The energy from your hand messes with the electricity in the electronics. Your frequency has expanded, and your body, your mind, your energy field, they're catching up. So it's going to be a little out of whack for a little bit. It takes time to adjust. It takes time to adjust to these upgrades, these, do you know what I'm saying? So each each one of these waves we've been talking about, they bring in something. They help us release old timelines, identities, the emotional clutter we've been carrying around that we have now outgrown. And so the closer we get to the end of the year, the more everything is kind of speeding up, which I know is like, ugh, it's been so fast already, but we're getting to the end of it here. So things are speeding up, and you have to focus on self-care. Those of us that are empaths or sensitives or HSPs, we're like tuning forks. When the collective or the planet shifts, our system vibrates with it. So you can be feeling, like I said, other people's anxiety or sadness, and you'll feel it like it's your own. You can be feeling, excuse me, sudden exhaustion or needing to rest. One thing that's happening is like I'm just sitting here typing things out, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up 10 minutes later. Like I had no intention of falling asleep. I nod off like my grandma used to in her chair. And that's, if you need the rest, your body will just make you rest. You might randomly feel nauseated. Your ear will be ringing. Like I said, your eyes may twitch, or your eyes might feel strained. Heart palpitations, see a doctor if you're concerned, but heart palpitations do happen during this. Excuse me, I've had them. Like, why is my heart? I can feel my heart beating. That is normal, but obviously I'm not a doctor, so see a doctor if you're worried about that. You could have, like I said, mood swings with no clear reason, but the reason is you're picking up on energies you don't even recognize you're picking up on. And again, phones freezing, audio issues, Wi-Fi disruptions, all those kind of things. Excuse me, you're upgrading. You're sinking to a new level of energy, a new frequency. So let's talk about this. So when your gifts expand faster than your grounding practices, your system goes into overload. So this is why I keep saying it's super important to disconnect and ground yourself and clear your energy. You need to be able to keep up with how fast your energy is expanding. It's like suddenly hearing every frequency in a crowded room. It's beautiful, but it's too much, you know? That's why grounding and clearing and setting boundaries are more important than ever before. So I'm going to put in the description box, but here's just some basic ideas to help you get through this, some ways to kind of bring the balance back. Again, walk barefoot, sit outside, or, once it starts getting cold, you can just visualize roots from your feet connecting into the earth's core. That will help. Clear your energy and the energy of your space, like I always say. Whatever works for you. Sage, crystals, excuse me. I use sound a lot, like the bowl and the bells, or you could just walk around clapping. Clapping will shake up energy. Salt baths, breath work, whatever works for you. But be sure to do it consistently. Another important thing, water. I know, water's so boring, I know, but we have to do it. But your body is processing light energy, and water helps conduct it. So it's important. Pick up on the water a little bit. Excuse me. Protect your field, like we always do. Just imagine like a soft light around you, only allowing in love and peace, and blocking out the bad stuff. Super important to start discerning energy. So when emotions hit all of a sudden, just ask yourself, is this mine or is this someone else's? And that awareness alone can usually clear it. Because the way this all works is you are sensitive to energy so that you know what you're dealing with, right? So if you're meant to have a healing energy. So if someone's walking down the street and they're pissed off, sorry to say, and you pick up on that, you can send your energy out. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the point of it. The problem is we're not aware. So we're just going about our day and like, why am I so mad all of a sudden? Now I'm just in a bad mood when I should have stopped and like, okay, where is this coming from? Okay, I send loving energy to wherever this is coming from. And that's it. That's all you would have to do. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Right now we're worried about, discerning the different energies and protecting ourselves. And then we'll get to what we do with it. Particularly that coaching group, my coaching group that's been on hold. Because I feel like that is part of your purpose. So we're gonna get to all that. What it means, why we do it, what we do when we pick it up, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the important thing to know is your increased sensitivity isn't a punishment. It's the start of your purpose. You're becoming more intuitive so you can navigate this new world and serve your purpose. Serve it with, clarity and compassion. You have to be compassionate. That is the empath's role. When you stay centered, your energy naturally lifts other people just by you existing. Like I said, you're in your house and somebody walks by, they're walking through your energy field. Just that alone is helping that person not be sad or angry or whatever it is. And they won't know why, and that's fine. You don't need credit. But that's why that happens. You are, like I'm always saying, you are just a lighthouse. Just be there and shine. People walk through that light. That's all. That's all. Alright, so let's do a little something here. Let's take another couple minutes here to close your eyes. And I want you to breathe deeply into your belly. And let it out. Now imagine your breath traveling all the way down to the soles of your feet. Now visualize soft golden light spiraling around your spine. It's clearing static, fear, exhaustion. Then let it flow through your hands and into the earth. Now feel that same energy rise back up from the earth, but now it's clean, calm, steady. And it fills your heart, your solar plexus, your throat. It anchors you into this moment. And it makes you strong and safe and connected. Then say quietly or out loud, I release what's not mine. I anchor my light in peace. I allow my sensitivity to serve, not drain me. And take one more deep breath. Let it out. And slowly open your eyes. Okay. So this week's challenge, and as always, it'll be in the description box if you want to do it. So this week's challenge is you're going to use your sensitivity as a signal. So when you feel something heavy, instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You're going to ask, like, what is this showing me? Okay? You're going to keep a small, excuse me, like energy log. Okay? Just a little notebook. And you're going to note when you feel shifts in your mood or in your body. And then you'll start to see patterns, like certain times or after you've been around certain people or in certain environments. And you'll start to see like what it is that's affecting you the most. Awareness is power. So if you can figure out when this is happening, you can use it to your advantage. And you can use it to serve your purpose. So just remember you're just tuned to a new frequency that the earth is rising to. You are ahead of the pack. Because you're going to be the lighthouse that helps other people get there. You're going through the storm before everybody else. Do you know what I mean? And when they're actually in the storm, they just don't recognize it. When they recognize it and they're looking for a way out of the storm, there you're going to be with your light shining. I hope all this makes sense. And if not, please reach out to me because we all need to know what we're doing here. Okay, I guess I'm gonna tune in for a minute and see what we get. Yeah, I don't know what this is yet, but there's something about an X breadcrumbing you, but not in the normal way. There's some kind of stringing you along with like. They want to have a family. There's something important about like saying, like you wanted to have children or something, and they kept saying that they were gonna. As soon as this happens, I think it's time we start a family, and using it as a way to like mistreat you. Like anytime, let's say I'm the ex, and anytime I do something stupid, I mess up, I hurt your feelings, I pull you back in with that. I think it's time we start a family. Right? And then you get back together and then it's not a good time. And then I mess up again. And then it's like, do you know what I mean? Like they keep pulling at that heartstring of you wanting children, or they did, because this feels past. It's very manipulative. It's that kind of thing where it's like, I know exactly what to say to pull you back in. And this was one of the things. I kept saying, we're going to start a family. We're going to start a family. If you just wait for me, we're going to start a family. And then, of course, like, never doing that. This person was a liar and a cheater and a manipulator, and I'm very sorry. And you're going to get to see that they have been. I think, okay, so like they did this for however long, for however many years. Then it ended. They acted like it was no big deal that it ended. It's that kind of thing where it's like, I can't even, like, I planned my whole life with this person, and now it's over, and they act like I was never anything, and yada yada. And you're going to get confirmation that they've been living out that karma. You may have sat here all this time thinking, they just moved on and everything was great, but everything was not great. They've been struggling, and they've got wrapped up with somebody who's doing to them what they did to you. Cheating. They can't seem to hold a job either. Something about, like, at the time that you were connected, they seemed very, like, career oriented. They had goals. They were always trying to achieve. And it's like, as soon as you disconnected from them, it's like they were feeding on your energy to hit those goals. Being in your energy helped them achieve things. And when you pulled back, it's like they don't have a job they like. I keep getting they can't hold a job, and they got wrapped up in a cycle where they were on the hamster wheel that they kept you on for so long. Or something about it's karma for what they did to you, but also karma for their way of, they enjoy dating younger people because they're easier to control. But then that flipped on them because they got into a cycle with someone younger, but that younger person was still in party mode and cheating mode, and everything they did to you was being done to them. Heavy Gemini energy on this. I don't know if you're a Gemini or they're a Gemini, but I think maybe they're a Gemini. I don't know, but also the mirror of getting back exactly what they put out to you. Somebody stringing them along, somebody always getting caught cheating, somebody manipulating them the way they manipulated you, and you're gonna get some kind of confirmation to see that. Not that you should take joy in it, but just as a so you can see that karma is real. You are getting justice. From the outside, it may look like, they moved on and everything's great, but it's not. It's not great. They're struggling, and they're going to continue to struggle until they see it, until they see, this is my karma. I should have never did that to you, until they start taking some accountability. And again, 2025, so it's been a particularly hard year for them, karmically, living out that karma.